Hey, deserving listeners, happily ever after 90 Day Fiancé, Ed and Liz, let's watch.
These last 2 weeks have been really hard, but it's been nice to spend them here with my daughter. Right now, I have summer vacations with Riley and all of her school breaks. The rest of the time, she is doing her school year in another country with her dad and stepmom. And unfortunately, it's time for her to go home.
Okay, by the way, I'm seated right now. I decided to periodically stand. So I love my standing desk way better than sitting. I like standing more than sitting. I have more energy. It's easier. I don't squirm as much because of the posture issues and stuff. And apparently there's health benefits. I don't know necessarily if it's happening for me, but energy-wise, it's good. So that's good. But if I stand for hours and hours, there are problems from that too. And so I will periodically sit. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but I feel like I should, because it might be weird if you just see me. Because I don't know, maybe the next time you see me, I'll be standing, because if I'm watching and I don't see anything in the span of time that I'm seated, then I won't necessarily record it or include it in the edit. But anyway, we just learned some details that maybe we were told before, but I don't remember anyway, that Riley's dad is married and they live in another country. I didn't know that. I always figured that Riley's dad lived in San Diego, but apparently not. So for Liz to move to Arkansas isn't much of a difference, because I was thinking that Liz moved to Arkansas and that was away from where Riley was living in San Diego, but apparently that's not the case. So, okay.
This is not what I thought it was going to be a month ago. But everybody knew this was going to happen, and I had faith that it wasn't.
Okay, something we can pay attention to that we can all use is practice using examples regarding how to support someone going through something like this. And we can think about what we might say if we were Liz's friend or mom, as she's talking to her mom right now. And we could also potentially, depending on the edit, hear the way the mom responds. There's also the option of saying nothing, even on the phone. If someone is kind of on a roll emotionally, then sometimes it's best, as long as you're pretty secure that the individual on the other side is confident that you're listening, sometimes just being quiet is a huge supportive presence. So some principles to think about when you're in a position like this is you want to think about what you're hoping for, what outcome. And it sounds kind of clinical, but when we're being friendly, when we're being a friend, when we're being supportive, we do want a particular outcome, or at least we're trying to avoid certain outcomes, right? When we're with a friend that's suffering, I would assume that y'all are hoping that you can be supportive and that you will not be a problem, that you will not harm them, that you will not come across like a bad friend. Those are outcomes that you're hoping for. So in situations like this, in a lot of situations, and this is a part of differentiation, you hear about, sometimes I'll talk about goal-directed behavior. I don't know if I talk about differentiation, but I don't know if I talk about goal-directed behavior. But anyway, it's a formal way of saying what I'm saying right now, which is that you not only are enacting a goal or enacting tasks to achieve a goal. Again, it sounds clinical, but we do this all the time. But we're also aware of what our goal is. We have to be somewhat conscious, sometimes periodically, especially in situations like this, we have to check in with, and I do this all the time. I will, at my best anyway, remind myself, okay, what do you, I'll just have a little thought in my head. What am I hoping for? And if I were her friend, what I'd be hoping for is that I could be a helpful presence in their emotional process, whatever that is. And just saying that to yourself will, I think, help guide, right? Because What I'm not hoping for is that she moves on, or that she stops crying, or that she really makes sure that she doesn't go back to Ed, because that's my agenda, not hers. And telling ourselves, okay, what do I really hope for? What's my outcome? My outcome that I'm hoping for is that she will walk away from this having been enhanced or helped or supported by my being a listener, by my being attentive and attuned. Therefore, any impulse I have that is, well, you're not going to go back with him, and you know he was an asshole, right, or that kind of vibe, well, that's not in line with that goal, because who am I to say? And there's a good chance, if I were her friend, I would assume that they were getting back together, which is not my problem. It's not my issue. It's not my fight. It's not my cross to bear, whatever kind of metaphors I could say. It's not my race to run. And so that's not an idiom, right? But I feel like that fits. And so let's see what happens.
You know, and I can see why you would think that it worked out.
It was so different after therapy.
All right, so just chiming in here, the rest of this video will be for members of the YouTube channel. Otherwise, please take care of yourself, because you deserve it. You really, really do.